Live to Friday Night Lights, a Roxamore Sports presentation of WPIL football 5A matchup here in the North Hills section of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm Craig Thomas. Thank you for sharing your Friday Night Lights with us. Thank you for sharing your time with us on Friday night. Welcome to a great matchup. Once again, you have the North Hills Indians versus the Woodland Hills Wolverines, and we're live here in the North Hills part of Pennsylvania, Martirelli Stadium. This is a throwback, an old school throwback championship caliber program battle for tonight. So you should see some great football here with Woodland Hills Wolverines attempting to restore the roar and North Hills trying to get back to the old days of prominence. Here for the Wolverines, they come in with a 2-0 record, undefeated, 1-0 in conference and 2-0 overall. The North Hills Indians come in 1-1, 1-0 in conference and 2-0 overall. All right, so tonight's matchup, you're going to have some great play on offense. You're going to see some great play on defense. Overall, we should have a very exciting game for tonight. So I'd like to take the time to thank you for joining us live on Roxamore Sports. My name is Craig Thomas, and another great season of WPIL football here in Western Pennsylvania. Great night for football here. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of it all. We're missing my cohort, Sam the Lumberjack Timbers. He's out feeling a little bit ill, under the weather. Get well soon, brother, and we'll see you soon. As for the Wolverines, they come in 2-0 in the conference, and they are riding a high as last week they defeated their backyard rivalry, Penn Hills Indians, 26-7. So that was a great matchup for Woodland Hills. They came out, they were able to run the ball and pass the ball well, put points on the board. Their defense played well as they shut down Mr. Duggar from Penn Hills, held the Indians to only 7 points. Those Indians from Penn Hills were 2 times conference champions, but they ran into a buzzsaw at Woodland Hills. But Woodland Hills' first game against the Connellsville team, they beat Connellsville 60-20. So that was pretty much a tune-up game, but they're rolling now. So I look forward to some good play tonight from Woodland Hills. As for the Indians are concerned, they come out. First game, they won 35-7 against a pretty good team, and exhibited some offense, got some big plays. Got a big kickoff return of 85 yards. Then their second game, they got out and did not do so well as they were blanked last week, I believe against Shaler, 17-0. So they're looking to right the ship here on a great Friday night under the lights at home. They are allowing a certain number of fans in. I think each player got 2 people, got 2 tickets to be able to bring 2 people in per player. So you will hear a little bit of that fan cheering, but due to the COVID, you have limited amount of fans here at the game. But we look forward to seeing what the coach Pat Carey does for the North Hills team to get them back to prominence. Woodland Hills comes into the game again, riding a 2-game winning streak, looking to right the ship from last year. They had a subpar season of 3-7, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves today. And they have a great star quarterback, Deontay Williams. He's a.k.a. Superman. He does pretty much everything for the Wolverines. Dante Williams is the kicker. He's the punter. He's a quarterback. He also plays on the defense side of the ball. He's just Mr. Everything. So needless to say, the Wolverines go as Deontay Williams goes. So he's the guy for Coach Tim Bostard. He's going to make it happen for the Wolverines tonight. It'll be exciting to see how he gets all of his weapons involved, as he has some great receivers. Armani Bailey, Tariq Scipio. He also has some great backs. Taylon Brooks, and also Eric Siebels, a 2-headed monster at running back. So They have some weapons. They can spread it around. They can run the ball at you. So it'll be interesting to see what Woodland Hills does here out in the North Hills. But moving forward here, we're getting just about set for kickoff. Once again, I'm Craig Thomas, and I'm live at North Hills Stadium, live, and we're live on Roxamore Sports, and we'll be right back.
Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing till I love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
Lights on the Roxamore Sports Network. The game is underway. Woodland Hills takes a short kick, starts out at about the 40-yard line, and Taylon Brooks is taken down for a loss that brought up a second down and long. And then Eric Siebels takes the ball over right tackle and gains about 6 yards, and they are up for a 3rd down and 9. So once again, the Wolverines are up here in Martorelli Stadium on the North Hills part of Pittsburgh, and you have Deontay Williams rolls out to his left. He looks up, and he's taken down for a sack.
By number 24, Curtis Foskey.
Great play by North Hills to come out and shut down that potent Wolverine offense. Curtis Foskey on the play for North Hills. Loss at 8, 4th down and 17 for the Wolverines. So Mr. Everything, Deontay Williams is back to punt for the Wolverines.
Williams on the punt. Back deep for the Indians is number 16, Robert Dickerson.
Back deep for the Indians, number 16, Robert Dickerson. So this guy can be dangerous. Great kick for the Wolverines, and it takes a bounce at about the 35-yard line, and it takes a Wolverine bounce inside of the 30-yard line. We're the 32-yard line. That's where North Hills will take over for their first possession. So far, North Hills came out prepared.
At the North Hills 27-yard line.
Ready to play. Shut down the Woodland Hills offense with a loss on the first play of the game and also a sack of Deontay Williams. So 1st and 10 for the North Hills Indians on their 27-yard line. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers, a handoff. over the right side.
Marker hands off to number 24, Curtis Foskey.
Number 24, Curtis Foskey, for a gain
Foskey
of
was brought down on
about
the play, but number 4,
gain of
Armani
about 8
Bailey.
yards. Tackle
A
on the
gain
play
of
was
9, second down and 1.
So a long one, second down and a long one for North Hills Indians. A great run. Running back started out over the left side and wound the run back over the right side. Looked like a zone read. Shotgun formation, fakes a handoff, hands off with the end around to the slot, going around to the left, and it looks like he's going to have enough for
Marker hands off to number
first down.
5, Tyler Tomasic. Stopped up by number 27, Dante Dutriel.
That's
A gain of 1. First down, North Hills.
first down for North Hills as they come out and run the end around. Looks like they bring the receiver in motion and hand him off the ball going left, and he picks up just enough for the first down.
Well, Craig, we have an interesting matchup here today. Let's see what happens.
Shotgun formation, motion to the right. Quarterback rolls out, has a receiver.
Oh, he throws it at the Woodland Hills defender.
Marker's pass.
Hits him in the
Number
helmet.
15, Robert Dickerson.
So
Ball's incomplete.
looked like that
Broken up
ball
by
hit
number 4,
Armani
Bailey.
Bailey in the head. So the pass was low, but the receiver was open, but good defense nonetheless for the Wolverines.
That's one way to use your head, I guess, huh?
Second down and 10.
That brings up a second down and 10 with the North Hills Indians on their 37.5-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, fakes the cross buck formation, hands the ball off to the running back, going over the left side, and he's bottled up.
I think
Marker
he,
hands off to number
lost
24,
for about
Curtis Foskey.
3 yards there, maybe, give or take. Yeah.
So that's a loss
Stopped
there
up by number 2.
of
Tarek
2 yards.
Trivio.
So that's going to bring a third down and 12 yards to go.
Yep.
A loss of 2 on the play. It brings up third down and 12 for North Hills.
But there was late now, so we good. So we can watch the game right here and call it from right here.
So, beautiful night here in Western Pennsylvania. A great night of football here at North Hills, part of Pittsburgh, as the Indians hand the ball off and the
flag
ball's
on the
fumbled.
play. Laundry on the field. Laundry on the field.
Marker hands off to number 5, Tyler Tomasic. Fumble on the play is recovered by North Hills. A flag on the play.
So we have a flag. We're waiting for the referees to tell us what the laundry is for.
Offense.
Legal motion
Offsides.
penalty is declined.
Illegal motion.
Ball is spotted at the North Hills
For
30
North
yard
Hills.
line, making it fourth down and 17.
Penalties decline, and
Number
that
3,
brings up
John
a
Green
fourth
on the
down and
punt.
17 for the Indians.
Ref's mic seems not to be working there.
Back deep is number 3, Deshaun Carter.
Back deep for the Wolverines, number 3, Eshawn Carter. He's a dangerous wide receiver. He lets the ball bounce. It bounces down at around the 30-yard line is where the Wolverines will come out for their second possession.
Well, I tell you what, Craig.
Green's 40-yard punt is down at the Woodland Hills 30.
Not too much progress made there on the Indian side of the ball. Let's see what Woodland Hills does now that they have their opportunity to make their mark on tonight. Will they keep the same momentum they've had this season thus far, or will things begin to change? I guess we can only wait to see.
So the Wolverines come out in their second possession, come out with 4 wide receivers, with Taylor Brooks, hands the ball off over to the right side, and he's up the middle for a gain of about
Ball
6
handed up to
yards.
number 9, Taylor Brooks.
He was a little
Stopped
high
up by
on that
number
run.
36, Billy Fonzie.
I probably would recommend if you
Gain
want to
of
make
6 on
some
the play.
serious
Second down
progress,
and 4.
the lower the better.
So great first play for Woodland Hills to gain 6 yards on that first down. The first series they got behind the sticks with a loss on their first play from scrimmage. Never could get right from that point on. But here in this second series, looks like Deontay is in a pistol formation. 4 wide receiver set with Taylor Brooks behind him. He hands the ball off and he carries it.
Williams hands off to number 9, Taylor Brooks.
The skip to
Brooks
my
was brought
loop.
down by
Had to
number
skip.
5, Tyler Tomasic.
He had to skip to my loop jump there in
A
his
gain of 3 on the play. Third down and 1.
in his routine. So They only got 1 yard to go to get the first down to see if they can get the chains to move.
So on 3rd down and 1, the Wolverines break the huddle with Deontay Williams in shotgun formation, flanked by Taylor Brooks on his left side, 4 wide receiver set, shotgun. He hands the ball off up the middle. It's going to be a first down. Yeah. Brooks is running hard, and he's stacked up by the Penn Hill.
Taylor Brooks, the ball carrier.
Not a bad run there at all by the young man. You know, the Woodland Hills team.
By number 60,
I watched them as they came into the stadium today. And Taylor Brooks, Deontay Williams, they all looked extremely focused. They had their AirPods in. They were focused. They were in another world. I've never seen them so focused before. And it was actually good to see for once.
So once again, first down and 10. Ball on about the 43-yard line for the Wolverines. Deontay Williams is back to pass, has a receiver wide open.
Nice.
Tariq Scipio for a first down.
Pass is complete to number 2.
Beautiful pass to Tariq Scipio. You know, this kid, I learned, this kid has like a 3.8 GPA.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great for these young men. Excelling in their academics as well as being excellent athletes and being able to excel on the field as well.
You know, Craig, I heard that Ivy League might be in this boy's future.
That's a great possibility. He's an excellent athlete, excellent student. He'd be an asset to any team. In the round for the Wolverines, has a little, Armani Bailey had a little daylight, and he's down for a short game.
Armani Bailey, the ball carrier.
Now, Craig, when he was running that ball, you notice how he put his hand out to try to get his stiff arm on, but you know he wasn't holding it sturdy enough.
Down and 7.
But that could have been a really good run. That could have been a really good run. It looked like he lost his footing too. He slipped a little bit there. So great run by that young man.
So Armani Bailey picked up about 3 yards, so that brings up a 2nd down and 7. Wolverines come out in the shotgun formation. Taylor Brooks to the right side of Deontay Williams. He's back to pass. He rolls to his left, winds up. He throws the ball deep.
What happened?
Williams' pass is complete to number 1, Gavin Yarbrough.
Oh, it's complete.
Who's in for the Woodland Hills touchdown?
It's a touchdown.
Flag on the play.
Great play by the Wolverines. Deontay Williams.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Flag on the play,
Charge
personal foul, roughing the passer. Definitely declined by the Wolverines. Great pitch and catch by Deontay Williams.
So that's a touchdown. The Wolverines are on the board, 6-0. Great job, Wolverines.
So that gives us a moment to go to our keys to the game. Woodland Hills' keys to the game was big plays in the passing game by Deontay Williams and Tariq Scipio, Taylor Brooks to get his touches, along with Eric Siebels. Play sound, disciplined football. Do not allow big plays. Stop the North Hills running game, and no penalties. Penalty-free football.
Williams
He's in for the extra point, Craig. I believe that'd be Taylor Brooks again, number 9.
Woodland Hills 8, North Hills 0.
Off to a great start, 8-0.
Great play for Woodland Hills to go to a 2-point conversion play and to complete it and get into 8-0 lead.
October 8th, North Hills versus Penn Hills football game.
All right, so
we're
going to get ready to go ahead and take you guys to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these few short messages.
Also, homecoming will take place on October 9th here at Margarelli Stadium. Be sure to watch live.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the Soul Pit, and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
All right, welcome back here, folks, live on the Roxamore Sports Network. I'm here. My name is Leon Rockymore, and I am here with Craig, the CT Express Thomas. I got a new nickname for him every game, and I'm looking forward to calling him another one before the day's over. Craig, what do you see here happening today?
So far, the Wolverines have come out and stalled on their first possession and played great defense on their second possession. But we're back to the live kickoff, and North Hills takes the kickoff, goes up the left sideline, so they should start out with pretty good field position. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be against Woodland Hills for a late hit out of bounds, but so far it's been a big play game so far. Deontay Williams just completed a long ball for a touchdown to put the Wolverines up 6-0. Taylon Brooks goes in for the 2-point conversion to put them up 8-0. So right now we have a close ball game, but Woodland Hills should come out and play well as we expect them to.
Well, you know, Craig, you know what I liked about that last play by Deontay Williams? It was one of those old school go down to the car and make a left kind of a play, and he connected with the receiver right in the end zone with no problem whatsoever. This ref seems to have a problem with his microphone here. The other microphones in this place seem to be working just fine as we are located right underneath the speaker, which is probably not the smartest choice on my part, but we'll go ahead and make it work.
So they're going to march this one off. There are 2 penalties against the Wolverines. One is offsides, and the other one is a late hit out of bounds. So
No.
looks like we're going to
Wolverines
redo
will
the
now kick off from their own 35-yard line.
Wolverines are going to re-kick from their own 35-yard line. And one of the things we want to talk about also while we have a quick second is the North Hills keys to success here. Make big plays on special teams, contain Superman Deontay Williams and his weapons, pass the ball to set up the run, and they're going to also use trick plays and misdirection to try to keep this Wolverine team off balance.
Okay. Well, you know, I think with the Wolverines, some of the things that I've noticed about them is that their quarterback, Deontay Williams, Scipio, and Blanks as a number 9, they're like the 3 Bs, like the Steelers. They kind of have a good, dangerous chemistry. I like what they have going on there.
So
Kickoff is fielded by number 8, Alex
kickoff
Apodaca.
is fielded by
will
North
start their
Hills.
drive at their own
Alan
36-yard
Apodaca starting
line.
out at the 36-yard line with a little squib kick. So the Wolverines will take over. I mean, the Indians will take over here on this possession. They break the huddle. Referees changing the ball out.
Spotted at the North Hills 37-yard line.
Ball is spotted at the North Hills 36.5-yard line. North Hills comes out in a pistol set, 3 wide receivers. Running back shifts up.
Uh-oh. He read that defense. He read the defense. They made a shift. Oh. Play in motion.
Hands the ball off again. This is one of their
Marker
bread
hands
and butter
off to number
plays.
24,
They like to do that
Curtis
misdirection where he starts out left and winds the run back to the right. Nevertheless, it's about a 4-yard, 5-yard gain so far.
Wasn't a bad play at all. In my opinion, I thought it was pretty smart. You know, it kind of kept the Woodland Hill Wolverines, you know, kind of guessing a little bit, and I think that's how he was able to get that yardage.
So the Indians come out in shotgun formation again, motion from the right, hand the ball off up the middle, and the running back runs right into his
Marker hands off to number 24,
on
Curtis
offensive
Bosky.
line, 56, number 56.
He's tripped up on the play. And ball is spotted at the North Hills 40-yard line.
Looked like
A
the
loss
running
of
back
2,
for
third
North
down and
Hills
7.
ran into his own offensive lineman and was tackled by his own offensive lineman. So there was a loss of about 2 on that play.
I don't know what he tripped over. I didn't see nothing tripping. I seen him run right into another player. But that's an interesting call that they call. I mean, I guess if that works, you know. I didn't see no tripping.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 7 for the Indians. Shotgun formation, motion, quarterback fakes right, rolls left. He looks downfield for a receiver, and it's over his head. And that would bring up a 4th down.
For number 3, John Green, and follows incomplete.
Incomplete.
The incompletion brings up 4th down and 7. Number 3, John Green on the punt.
So
Right.
tonight I'm
Back
with
in Woodland Hills is
Leon
number
the
6,
Hammer
Williams.
Rockymore. Glad to be flanked by Mr. Rockymore, and here calling this game in Western Pennsylvania football, Woodland Hills versus North Hills, a throwback powerhouse matchup.
It's all about the hills tonight.
Absolutely.
As they say, keep your eyes upon the hills, as they say in the good book.
From whence cometh my help. So Woodland North Hills
Is
punts,
down
and
at
their
the Woodland
second
Hills 18.
possession.
Flag on the play.
And the ball goes out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
So see what the refs say. Well,
Legal block in the back. Charge to North Hills.
okay.
Illegal block in the back, and that's going to be a big one. So Woodland Hills should get pretty good field position coming out in their 3rd series. Once again, Craig Thomas and Leon the Hammer Rockymore live from Monterelli Stadium in North Hills, part of
28-yard
Pittsburgh,
line.
Pennsylvania,
1st and 10
a
Wolverines.
Western Pennsylvania WPIL 5A matchup. These two teams have a great history. Both of these teams have a tradition of winning. Although they have been on the downside here recently, they expect to win and they play well. So Deontay Williams is back to pass. He throws the ball to number 3, Eshawn Carter, over the left side. He picks up
Williams
about,
pass complete to number 3, Eshawn
looks like he
Carter.
picks up about 6 yards on the play.
That wasn't a bad completion there.
Stopped up on the play by number 56, Logan Greer.
I always like to say every
A
yard
gain of
counts.
6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
So that brings up a 2nd down and 4 for the Wolverines. Deontay Williams enters the huddle, calls a play out to his teammates. Wolverines break the huddle. 4 wide receivers set. Eric Siebels to the right of Deontay Williams, a running back. Fakes the ball, hands it off to Siebels over the right side. He fumbles the ball.
Fumble.
And
Oh,
it's-
they got that
21, Aaron
clean.
Saddles, the ball
Oh,
carrier.
All right, so
Fumble recovered by number 60,
So number-
Riley Davis.
So the announcer here definitely had his cornflakes this morning. He is full of energy, I tell you, and he's very loud. However,
North Hills takes over at the
North
Woodland
Hills
34.
has an
First
opportunity
down, North Hills.
to get back on the board here. The question is, what will they do with this stretch here? With this play drive, will they actually make it and see the end zone? Let's see if they can get to the red zone. How about we start there?
So the Indians come out in shotgun formation. They have a flea flecker. Here
Uh-oh.
goes that trick play we talked
Uh-oh.
about, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
Number 4, Jaden Smith. To number 16, Robert Dickerson, who's in for the North
Wow.
Hills touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's
North
4
Hills.
to 16.
That's
For
actually pretty
6.
impressive.
Yeah, as we stated earlier about North Hills, they're going to have some trick plays
You
to
saw
be able
it.
to beat these Wolverines.
You caught it. You caught it in your keys to success. That's a good analogy by Craig, the
Davis
CT
on the
Express.
number 3, John Green
Thomas.
from Holt.
So we'll see if the Indians can complete their extra point traditional. It's up and it's good. So they trail
Kick is
the
good.
Wolverines
With 2:02 remaining
8
in
to
the first
7
quarter,
with
the score.
2:02 left
Woodland Hills,
in the
8.
first
North
quarter.
Hills, 7.
So once again, the Wolverines turnovers cost you. The team that wins the turnover game generally wins the game.
This is true. Well, while we are here at the live at the stadium, we are going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after these few short messages. Well, folks, live here on Roxamore Sports, we are here at North Hills Indians home field as they take on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. I am your host today, Leon Rockymore, and I am here with my co-host, Craig, the CT Express. Thomas is here.
Yes, so far we've had one turnover. Once again, North Hills came up and they do another trick play, and they get the ball on an onside kick.
Uh-oh. That's not good. There's laundry on the field. Let's see what happens.
Once again, North Hills comes out with an onside kick, and they go
27, Tanner Nicky, flag on the play.
Catch the ball in the air, but we do have laundry on the field, so we'll sort this out here. But once again, North Hills has reached into their bag of tricks as they know that they may be just a little bit overmanned with this Wolverine team. So we will see what the call is here.
The North Hills coach seems to be pretty upset, so I don't think he got to hear some information that he actually technically wanted to hear. And a few bit of COVID fans that are here as well, they seem to be voicing themselves as well.
So Coach Pat Carey is the North Hills coach, and Tim Bostard is heading up the Wolverines.
Catch interference charged to the Indians.
So the Indians are called for a catch interference, and the ball will go back to the Wolverines. The fans are a little bit upset here with the call, but nonetheless, the Wolverines will be getting an opportunity to get the ball back here. I'm sure they're going to have to be on high alert for any of these trick plays that the North Hills Indians are looking to pull out on them. So live at Monterelli Stadium, I'm Craig Thomas with Leon the Hammer Rockymore, and we're in for an interesting game. The Wolverines are leading 8-7.
Hey, let's hit the nail with the hammer and hit it right on the head. Interesting game so far, 8-7, very close matchup. North Hills is
after the penalty.
Pretty excited
at
there.
The North Hills 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Woodland Hills.
Woodland Hills still has the ball.
1st and 10, the Wolverines take over in Indian territory. They hand the ball off to Taylor Brooks, and he runs over the left side.
Number 9, Taylor Brooks.
For a gain of about 4 yards.
Stopped up by number 60, Riley Davis.
Brooks, Scipio, and Williams, they are a great package together.
2nd down and 7.
These kids are great contributors to this Woodland Hills offense.
That was actually a gain of 3. I'm sorry. So that brings up a 2nd and 7 for them. But they definitely have a host of weapons on the Wolverine side of the ball. So they break the huddle, a shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set. Taylor Brooks motion. Fakes the ball. Deontay Williams runs up the middle, and he gains
number 6, Deontay Williams on the keeper.
8 yards.
Hey, wherever he got 3 from that push.
Number 4, Jaden Smith. Also in on the stop, number 60, Riley Davis.
So Deontay Williams is Mr. Everything for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
As he carries that ball over the right side and gains a first down. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at about the Indian 34-yard line. So far, Leon, the Hammer, what have you seen? Have you liked the game? It's been entertaining so far.
Well, right now, I think you called it right from the very beginning. You knew what they had to do in order to get on the board. North Hills went on ahead and did just that. But then again, you got people like,
number 4, Armani Bailey.
Armani Bailey with that progress on the field right there for the Wolverines. But Deontay Williams, he's showing improving today. He's throwing that ball pretty nicely.
1st and 10, Woodland Hills.
In the Penn Hills game, he did a lot of running. Today, he's doing a lot of throwing. So this is some good things to see here.
So great pitch and catch. Deontay Williams to one of his great wide receivers, Armani Bailey, number 4, brings up a 1st down and 10 for the Wolverines at about the 23-yard line of the Indians. Shotgun formation. Taylor Brooks to the right, fakes the ball, hands the ball off to Taylor Brooks over the right side. He carries defenders down to
Williams hands up to number 9, Taylor Brooks.
The 17, 18-yard line of the
Stopped up by number 4, Jaden Smith. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Woodland Hills 8, North Hills 7.
So at the end of the first
Ladies and
quarter,
gentlemen, it's
Craig
back.
Thomas
You
along
love
with
it.
Leon
It's the
Rockmore,
Lucky
and we'll be
Section
right back.
Contest. And everyone sitting in Section B, you are the lucky winners of a collection.
All right, folks, welcome back live here on Roxamore Sports. I am your host, Leon Rockmore, here with my co-host, Craig the CT Express Thomas. We are here live Friday night under the lights, and we are seeing a very interesting matchup with the Wolverines versus the Indians. Craig, tell them about today's game. Where we at with it so far?
So far, the Wolverines have come out and they pretty much dominated the game. They turned the ball over one time and gave the Indians a short field to work with. They took the ball down on a change of possession play, trick play. Great time to call a trick play. And their coach went into the bag, called a flea flecker, and completed it. Then they came back with an onside kick. Looked like they picked it up, and the ball was actually given back to the Wolverines for fair catch interference. Wolverines are on their drive right now. They have the ball second down and about 6 yards to go on the Indian
Second down and 6.
18-yard line. So the Wolverines come out in a pistol formation with Taylor Brooks behind Deontay Williams, hands the ball off up the middle. Taylor goes over the left side for a gain
Brooks, the ball
of
carrier.
about 4
Stopped
yards.
up by number 36, Billy Fonzie. And number 5, Tyler
He lost his
Tomasic.
Jordans on that last play there. That was a pretty impressive shoe he lost there. Little Jordan with a side of Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Gain of 3
sir.
on the play, third down and 3.
So that brings up a third down and a short 3 or a long 2, however you choose to look at it. But the Wolverine, Deontay Williams, quarterback, comes out. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set, flanked to the left by Taylor Brooks. Fakes the ball to Taylor. He's over the left side. He has some daylight, and he's taken down just outside of the 5-yard line.
Number 6, Deontay Williams on the keeper. Stopped up by number 27, Tanner Ilnicki. A gain of 9 on the play. First and goal from the 6.
First and goal for the Wolverines from the 6-yard line of the Indians of North Hills. Tonight's WPIL matchup is a non-conference matchup at Martorelli Stadium. The Wolverines hand the ball off over the right side to Taylor Brooks. He makes a couple people miss, moves the pile down to
Williams hands off to number 9.
about the
Taylor
2-yard
Brooks.
line.
Brooks was brought down by number 60, Riley Davis.
All right, so we're about to see some more results here. We're finally in the red zone, and it looks like the Wolverines are about to get
A gain of 4, second and goal from the 2.
on the board again, Craig.
Absolutely. The Wolverines have a very potent offense. They can beat you in the run game. They can also beat you in the passing game. Hand the ball off up the middle to Taylor Brooks, and he walks
Williams
in the
hands
end
off to number
zone.
9, Taylor Brooks, who's in
He wasn't touched.
for the Woodland Hills touchdown.
Untouched.
He wasn't touched at all. He just walked right in there. It was amazing. He's very fast. Oh, the offensive line was doing their job, and I would like to credit the offensive line on that one.
Great. Taylor walks in for a touchdown, untouched. So the Wolverines come out in their traditional 2-point attempt conversion set. with Deontay Williams back at quarterback, flanked to his right by Taylon Brooks. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun, drops back the pass, rolls to his right, has a receiver wide open. Touch, extra point is good. Armani Bailey on a
A
reception.
successful 2-point attempt as Williams passes to number 4, Armani Bailey. And with 10-11 left in the second quarter, the score.
With
Woodland Hills
10-11 left
16,
in the
North
second
Hills
quarter,
7.
Woodland Hills 16, North Hills 7 here at Martirelli Stadium. So once again, the Wolverines go down and score and put a good drive together.
Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that homecoming
So
will take
some
place
of the
here at Martirelli
big
Stadium
stars
on
for the
October
Wolverines
9th.
have
Be sure to watch
stepped
live
up
as
so
we announce
far.
our North Hills
Tariq
homecoming
Scipio,
court. And be sure to check out our
Taylon
website
Brooks,
for that link. And you
Eric
can find it
Siebels.
at
We'll be interested to see that young man
northhillsathletic.org.
get back in the
That's
game.
homecoming
He
here
had a
at Martirelli
fumble,
Stadium
but we'll look
on
to see
October
him
9th.
get back in the game. Armani Bailey has shown up. Eshawn Carter has had some, he has some effect on the game so far. So once again, Deontay Williams in another campaign here. Great quarterback. If you guys are looking for a great quarterback, this young man is great. He's actually a junior, took over in his sophomore year. He's come out so far, and he has thrown for against 10 of 15 attempts, 276 yards, 5 touchdowns against Connellsville. And then he comes out last week and throws for over 300 yards against Penn Hills. So this is a great young man, a dual threat, great opportunity to pick up a great player. So we look forward to see this young man being healthy and have an opportunity to play on the next level.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. These kids have a lot of talent these days. And right now, Woodland Hills is, I guess, as they would say in NBA Jam, once you make 3 in a row or win 3 in a row, you on fire. I think this might be the day that confirms them being on fire if they win this match here tonight.
So keeping with our pregame keys to success, the Indians are going to have to muster up some offense from somewhere, usually in their trick plays and misdirections, as they are a little bit overmatched on offense by the Wolverines, but we will see what they come up. Shortest kick is short, and he's taken hard down at about the 35-yard
He
line.
lost the ball there, too,
Williams
Craig.
kick is fielded by number 25, Liam Tracy.
That was a mighty, mighty hit. And the pros, they say kiss low. And that was one big pucker right there because he dropped that ball.
All right, that was a great play by the Wolverines, great defensive play. So they're going to have to shut down this Indian
And on the
offense.
stop was number 26, Gene Edmondson.
Jade Edmondson for the Wolverines, one of the people instrumental on that big hit, that last play.
Yeah, great hit. That's
So-
one of those hits you wish there was a camera just sitting there, just take that picture. You know what I mean?
Ball is spotted at the North Hills 35-yard line.
Ball spotted at the North Hills 35-yard line. They pitched the ball off over the left side. Looks like it's taken by number
Ball's handed off to number 5, Tyler Tomasic.
Tyler.
Number 5, Tyler
He's
Tomasic.
hurt.
He takes the ball over that left side. He gains about 4 yards and looks like he's down injured here on the play.
That was a great run, but to end, rolling around on the ground is never a good thing. They got the trainers on the field right now looking at him. So right now, while we are getting ready to wait to see the outcome and hope that this player is okay, we're going to go ahead and take a very short commercial break, and we'll be right back after these very, very short messages.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are all...
All right, folks, welcome back live here on Roxamore Sports. We are done with that injury timeout. The player's okay. He was able to successfully walk off the field. I'm your host today, Leon Rockymore, and I'm here with my co-host, Craig, the CT Express Thomas. Craig, let's talk about it. We got whistles already. Laundry on the field.
Yeah, we have a little laundry on the field here. But welcome back live Friday night under the lights here at North Hills Monterelli Stadium. So we have a false start for the Indians, which backs them up to a second down and 11. Basically relegates that gain that they had on first down. But so far, you've seen an exciting game. The Wolverines have come out true to form, got their players involved, their key players. North Hills has come out in a couple trick plays and got on the board. But they have the ball once again. It's batted up in the air. Quarterback picks it up off the bounce from the defender, tipping it up in the air, and he loses about 5 yards on the play.
Yep. He got sacked on that one.
Brought down in the backfield.
Those good reflexes that he showed, though, the quarterback for the Indians, because when he threw that ball,
5 on the play, third down and 16.
Most people, start paying attention to the defenders coming at them. He kept his eyes on the ball and was actually able to recover that, which was pretty impressive.
So that was a completed pass. Ethan Marker to himself completed a pass for a loss of 5 yards. That brings up a third down and 17 for the Indians. It's going to be tough sledding against this Wolverine defense. Hands the ball off over the right side to number 24, Curtis Foskey. And he stacked up, brings up a fourth down on the play.
Foskey was stopped up by number 42, Brandon Jones.
Great play by Brandon Jones of the Wolverines on that play.
Fourth down and 12. On the punt is number 3, John Green. Back deep for Woodland Hills is number 4, Armani Bailey.
Armani Bailey is dangerous return man, great receiver. He could be dangerous on that punt return. And he has an opportunity. He lets the ball bounce, and it takes a North Hills roll inside the 30, down at about the 26-yard line is where the Wolverines will take over.
16, Robert Dickerson.
Yeah.
And the ball is spotted at the Woodland Hills 27-yard line.
So the Indians had an opportunity to get the ball down the field, and they were not successful. They made quite a few mistakes there, had some setbacks. Now Woodland Hills has an opportunity to increase the distance between them and the Indians on the scoreboard even more. And let's see if they can score in this next set of drives before the half.
Absolutely. Although this is a non-conference game, the Wolverines come into this game in a three-way tie for first place in their conference with Gateway and Penn Trafford. And so they look to stay unbeaten. Deontay Williams is back at shotgun, hands the ball off over the right side. Ooh. Eric Siebels running hard. It's good to see that young man back in the game after he fumbled. To get him in there, he had 2 hands on the ball. He wrapped the ball up well. Great effort by that young man.
That was a great run by Siebels there. He looked like somebody that some university should start to look at. You know what I mean? That was a great run. He was too legit to quit on that run, Craig. He didn't want to go down.
Absolute great run, 10-yard gain by Eric Siebels. 10-yard gain on that play. Good to see the young man back in the game. Looks like mix-up on a play, and Siebels runs into Deontay Williams, knocks him down. I'm not sure. That play didn't look real good from the start, but they lost a yard on that play. That'll bring up a second up and 11.
Second down and 11.
7 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. Craig Thomas and Leon the Hammer Rockymore.
Yeah. We just nailing it down tonight, Craig. That's all we doing.
Here at Monterelli Stadium, you have Deontay Williams rolling off to his left, throws the ball high and out of bounds to his intended receiver, Tariq Scipio. Great pass, great play, a little bit high.
Low high indeed. I couldn't agree with you more. It was a great throw, but it was just a tad bit high. And Scipio is a pretty tall individual, but that was a risky throw anyway. You know what I mean? He had a lot of defenders on him too, so maybe it was just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just natural reflex and instinct that kicked in there. You see defenders in there. You got a tall receiver, throw it a little higher, maybe he can, outperform them in height. You know what I mean?
So here the Indians, they are looking for a big stop here to try to get back in the game. Shotgun formation. Deontay Williams rolls to his left, takes the ball down. He scrambles. He's off, running up the sideline. He's trying to get to the first down, and he's close to the first down.
I don't know.
Williams keeps it.
Oh, the ref is rolling the back.
And it's picked up by number 16, Robert Dickerson.
I seen him go beyond that, the first down mark there by like 3 yards. So for them not to call that a first down is a little baffling to me, Craig.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he stepped out at. But
Williams was spotted out of bounds
Oh.
at the Wolverine at 46.
so it
4th down and 1.
brings up a 4th down and 1. Let's see if the Wolverines roll the dice here and try to draw the Indians offside, or maybe they have a trick play up their sleeve and they want to go for something right now.
All right, so they
Woodland Hills.
I almost see, in this type of game here, the Wolverines showing the dominance with their running game would almost be advantageous to spread out the Indians and go for it on
From
4th
State
down.
Farm, Pat Dickey.
Let your defense
Lavelle
play.
official
But
announcement.
again, you could give up the short field.
Hallmark
But
Cleaners.
either way,
Plaza Azteca
the Wolverines are
Restaurant.
going to come out
Sheets,
here and try to
Blaze
make an effort.
Pizza, D&T
I think,
Auto
I'll be
Body,
honest with
Frank's
you,
Pizza and
at a
Chicken
time
at
like
Woodland
this,
Hills.
I think
Garden Tire
Siebels
Service.
would be the great person to
Frank's
go with.
Trim Auto Body.
Siebels, the way he ran that
Academic
ball on the last
Productions.
carry,
Northgate Church.
he showed
North Hills
he
ATA
he
Martin
showed his
Award.
tank
Berkshire
worthiness,
Hathaway.
if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
TS&S Auto
He was
Detailing
definitely
and
on
State
his
Farm.
A
Smart
game
McTaggart.
with his
Thank
running.
you for your support
So
all
the
season long.
Wolverines have a 3-headed monster when it comes to rushing. They have Deontay Williams, the quarterback. They have Taylon Brooks, and they have Eric Siebel. So they have a few options to be able to run the ball.
Williams on
But it
the
looks
punt.
like Williams
Back
comes
into
out in
North
shotgun
Hills. Number 16,
formation.
Robert Dickerson.
Williams is back to punt the ball. And it's a short snap to the up man. Once again, great play call. Short snap, and they get a first down. Move the chains for the Wolverines.
There you go. There you go. And once again, they had the running potential for sure to pull it off. And they got the speed, they got the
Direct snap
strength,
is advanced
and
for
they
the
got
Woodland
the
Hills first down.
size. So,
Ball is spotted at the 50.
I had no doubt in my mind that they weren't going to get the first down there. Just looking at the character of this team and the way that they're gelling pretty well this season, this is a good thing to see.
Great call there by Coach Tim Bostert. Going for the 4th down. Let's see if it pays dividends. Wolverines continue to drive. Shotgun formation. Hand the ball off on a jet sweep. Over the left side. There's nobody there. Up the sideline. Fakes the defender out, and he's taken down at about the
Under the ball carrier. Brought down by
39,
number 16, and Robert Dickerson.
29, 28-yard line. Yeah.
great play by Deontay Williams handing the ball off to
Gain of 20.
Gavin Yarbo
10,
on
Woodland Hills.
the end of round. So that's another receiver that they have.
Yeah. They got some weapons this year. And I think they matured pretty nicely into the positions, which is even better. This team, and Deontay Williams is only a junior. He's still got a whole nother year to go. So there's more to see and more to come from this young man. So I'm looking forward to it, to see what he has in his future.
Yes, great thing for these young men. Hand off over the left side to Taylor
Williams
Brooks,
hands
and
off
he
number 9, Taylor
gains
Brooks.
about 3 yards. So
Stopped
great
up by
opportunity,
number 8,
guys,
Gappa
to
Dappa.
get out and see these Wolverines as they attempt to
Gain of
restore
4
the
by
roar
2nd down
to
and
the
8.
Wolverine. A great tradition of winning. When you have an opportunity to come out and see these young men play, we want to pack out the Wolverine like the days of old, where you'd have 13,000 standing room only.
Woo. That would be a wonderful thing to see. That would be a wonderful thing to see.
These guys are definitely worth getting excited over. I know we've had some tough years, but it looks like the program is on the upswing. They're working hard to restore the roar as they have the lead with 4:11 left, 16-7 over the North Hills Indians. Wolverines hand the ball off over the right side to Brooks, and he makes a couple people miss, and he's taken
Number 9,
down
Taylor
for a
Brooks on the
carry.
carry.
No gain on the play.
Stopped up by number 3, John Green.
Doing a great job this season for sure. They are off to a great start.
No gain on the play. 3rd down
So
and
the defender
8.
there on the Indians was the quarterback. I guess he's playing Ironman football.
So the Wolverines looks like this will be 2-down territory. 3rd down and 8 as they will probably have to go for it. So they come out in 4 wide receiver set, shotgun formation. Eric Siebel's back, flanking Deontay Williams. He's up the middle, and he's taken down for a sack.
Williams on the keeper.
Oh. That wasn't a good decision for Williams to keep the
Cobb.
ball that time. You know, he had some receivers that were definitely in play that were in motion.
Also in there,
They
number
definitely could have been
36,
utilized
Billy
on that
Bundy.
play, and they weren't. You know, but North Hills made the stop,
A loss
which
of
is
4 on the play.
which is a good
down
thing.
and 12.
Which is definitely a good thing, Craig. What
So-
do you think about that play?
Yeah, that was a tough one. Looks like Deontay had some open field to his right, but he tried to take off up the middle. He couldn't really see because he had the defense all around him, so he wasn't able to see the clearing on the right-hand side. But they're back to pass, shotgun formation. Deontay Williams is back. He rolls to his right. He throws the ball deep. He has a receiver for a drop in the
Williams
end
left
zone.
pass falls incomplete.
It looks like we
It's
have a
number
flag
3,
on the play,
Deshaun Carter.
holding
Flag on the
against
play.
the Wolverines.
Holding
And North
penalty is
Hills
declined.
defense
North
will
Hills will take over
hold
on
and get a
downs.
turnover on downs. 2 minutes and 29 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, live at Martorelli Stadium, the North Hills Indians versus the Woodland Hills Wolverines.
So, Craig, I'd like to take a moment and apologize to our viewers. You know, it's hard to see that last completed pass. You know, the cameras, our positioning here is not the best, you know, nor the greatest, but we're making the best of it. So we're trying to make some modifications to make sure that we can see that end of the field. But, you know, we'll get it right this time, next time going around.
So it looks
Harvard
like
pass,
the
breaking up the
Indians
line
are
of
doing a
scrimmage.
good job so far in the first
Number
half,
18, Michael
slowing
James.
down that Wolverine offense that they have averaged 43 points a game. The Wolverines have averaged 43 points a game so far in these first 2 games this year. And the Indians have only averaged 17
Second
points per
down
game.
and 10.
So overall, the Indians have held the Wolverine offense in check, the very explosive offense. But we'll see if the Indians can drive downfield with 2 minutes left on the clock, a little over 2 minutes, and get a score right before half.
Which would be a great thing to see. Keep this game interesting, keep this game tight.
So they come out in shotgun formation, hand the ball off with the crossbuck formation, had a runner up the field, and he gains about
Tracy. Ball's handed off to number 25, Liam Tracy.
a 15-yard gain on the play.
That's a very impressive run by Tracy there.
So once again, the misdirection, the trick plays, that's what's going to keep the Indians in the game, but going straight up at the Wolverines, they won't be able to do it. So the Wolverines, once again, are going to have to play disciplined football, read their keys, and stay home and play their position. And they will be just fine, but we have a player down on the field, and it looks like he's up for the Wolverines, and he's off the field under his own accord. So it's good to see that young man get up.
Yeah, you know, you called it right, Craig. You know, they got some really good trick plays. The thing that I love about this North Hills offense, they know how to sell the play. And, you know, they're catching the Wolverines off their game when they sell such a great run and play. It was a great job on that last run. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking to the left too, and he ran right. You know, I thought that's what he was going to do. So, great job to the North Hills offense there.
So that was number 52, Savon Givner for the Wolverines, and he's up off the field. Hopefully that young man will be all right. Brings up a first down and 10 with just about 2 minutes to go here, and it's a backwards lateral. The Wolverines pick the ball up, and he trips over a line. But the ball is recovered by the Wolverines. Big fella was rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling and fell over the line. You would have thought he was going to take it in for Pater, but he couldn't do it.
Oh, if there was a bloopers video, that would have made it. Because he had daylight. He had nothing in front of him.
North Hills 32-yard line.
And he
First
tripped
and
himself
10.
up there.
Wolverines.
But, hey, now the Wolverines get an opportunity to get inside the red zone and get inside that end zone. And there's only 2 minutes left and, you know, only about 32 yards keeping them from making another point on the board. So let's see what happens.
I like to see the Wolverines come out here and go for the go for the big play right here. You know, come out and throw the ball, get the ball to Tariq Scipio, one of these receivers, and they come out. Deontay Williams rolls to his right, and he looks downfield. He has some green in front of him. He stumbles a little bit, and he eludes a player.
Williams on a keeper.
He gains about 6 yards on that play.
Well, that was
Brought down from behind by number 55.
that was a very big risk there. Great blockage there.
Second down and
They
5.
give him a few more moments on the field with the ball. But I think that, they definitely could have had an opportunity to connect with one of his receivers there. But I think he was too busy entertaining that defender that was right there in front of him. But his teammate did buy him a few more seconds.
Shotgun formation, handoff up the middle to Taylon Brooks, and he gains about a
Number
first
9,
down.
Taylon Brooks, the ball carrier.
I'm telling you, we got to start nicknaming that kid the Tank.
Brought down by number 8.
That is
Daka.
that is one difficult kid to bring down right there.
Great job by Taylor. First down and 10 for
the
the Wolverines. We're at about 1 minute mark. The Wolverines are not in a hurry. They want to use up all of this clock and try to get a score. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun formation. Deontay Williams is back, tosses the ball over his left side, short gain to his receiver.
Number 1, Gavin Yarbo.
Gavin Yarbo on the catch.
Yeah, that was a great connection there.
Timeout. Woodland Hills.
So Coach Tim calls a timeout, gathers with his team
Clock
to
is
talk
being
with them.
set to 51 seconds.
So this is a good thing to see. They are actually making some preparations here. And it looks like I think they're going to pull something out of the rabbit hat here.
So hopefully the Wolverines can go in and get a score here. I'm Craig Thomas live
Ladies and
at
gentlemen,
Martorelli
a
Stadium
reminder
along
that the
with
North Hills Sports
Leon
Hall
the
of Fame
Hammer
inductees will be
Rockymore.
honored
Friday
here at
night
Martorelli
under the
Stadium on
lights,
October 8th
Woodland Hills
at the
attempt to
North Hills
restore the
Hills
roar.
football game.
We
You can
have
watch
a great
live on Channel
matchup.
22, The Point.
Woodland Hills leading 16-7 over the North Hills Indians. Right now, North Hills in their division, they are tied for first place. They are 1-0 in their conference as well, leading with Pine Richland. So they're looking forward to try to get their program back on the map once again and move forward. As these are great, historically great programs. Both of these programs have won multiple conference championships. But it's been a while, so it's good to see these two in a great battle. Shotgun formation. Deontay Williams is back. He evades one player, and he moves up off the left side. He evades another tackler, and he's slammed out of bounds.
He gets out of bounds, though. He gets out of bounds, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. 42 seconds left. They still got time to make some things happen.
3rd down and 3.
3rd down and 3 for the Wolverines. Here with about 42 seconds left to go in the first half. Deep in the second quarter, the Wolverines are trying to exert their will against these Indians on their home field, and they are not having it so far.
It looks like some smart football taking place here to me, Craig.
Shotgun formation. Deontay Williams rolls to his right, and he has a receiver over his head.
Williams' pass falls incomplete, intended for number 1, Gavin Yarbo.
Gavin Yarbo, once again, the
play
intended
by
receiver.
number 4, Jaden Smith.
So Deontay Williams, Mr. Superman, has been under duress all
4th
night.
down
He
and
may
3.
need to go into the phone booth and come out and change because he's been under duress all night tonight. All right, so the Indians are ready for Superman.
Well,
So,
what I would say here, I'm hoping that, natural instinct will say, let me go ahead and find a way to connect with somebody because the North Hills defense has got to be expecting him to try to run the ball at this point. But it's 4th and 3, 37 seconds. I say get a ball to number 9, let him run it, get a first down.
we'll see what Coach Bosser comes up with. He has a defender over the left side, and he has a flag in the end zone.
Williams
Definitely
pass
has some
incomplete.
contact there.
Flag
The
on the
intended
play.
receiver was Tariq Scipio, his big play person, and there was some contact there in the left-hand corner of the end zone.
Absolutely, and it was great to see.
Pass
To see them
interference,
try to
North
connect,
Hills.
and it was a very, very, very smart play, very smart throw. Now the Indians just made a crucial mistake that is definitely probably going to result in the Wolverines seeing, as you call it, Peter.
So they're going to definitely get a first down out of this. 1st and 10 on about the
Penalty brings the ball to the
7.5 yard
8-yard line.
line
First and goal.
for the Wolverines. First
From
and
the
goal. So Deontay Williams comes out, 4 wide receiver set. And we have a
That's some whistle. We got
timeout.
Timeout. North Hills.
Coach Pat Carey for the North Hills Indians. So right now he's trying to implore his defense to come up with a big stop here to keep the Wolverines out of the end zone to pad their lead. So right now you're seeing a great matchup, 5A non-conference WPIL matchup. North Hills Indians versus the Woodland Hills Wolverines. This is a throwback championship caliber team matchup. Both of these teams have a storied tradition, great winning tradition for both of these teams and organizations. So it's excellent to see this rivalry renewed here in the North Hills. But once again, the Wolverines will come out first down and goal to go on about the 7.5-yard line, leading 16-7 over the North Hills Indians. So Coach Pat Carey got his team together. Coach Tim Bossert has his play called in, has his Superman quarterback out, shotgun formation. He looks to the left, throws the ball, and it's tipped, and the ball goes to Tariq Scipio. It almost looked like he planned it. Tip drill, and they're in for a touchdown.
Get his profile up. Tariq Scipio for the touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, in the right place at the right time. Great student, great athlete, multi-talented, football, basketball, you name it. This kid has the works. Definitely worthy of some D1, potential.
Yes,
there.
absolutely. That young man, the ball was tipped and it went straight to him, and he had the wherewithal to grab the ball, and it was not intended for him. But great play nonetheless. Puts the Wolverines up 22-7 as they go for their 2-point conversion. Fake the ball off to Armani Bailey, and he gives it to Taylon Brooks, number 9, and he stopped short of the two-point attempt, so it's failed.
Seconds remaining in the half.
Correction, that was Taylon Brooks with the score there. We got about 26 seconds left here in the second quarter, and we're about to go into the halftime. And the Woodland Hills just got into Pater, as my partner would like to say, got on the scoreboard, and we are looking at a great score of 22-7. They put quite a bit of distance between them. Now the Indians are going to have to pull out some next to Sega level games of tricks to get back in this game here.
One of the things the Wolverines have to be very careful of this North Hills special teams. I seen them take one back against Shaler, 85 yards. The first kickoff from scrimmage, so they're very dangerous. Come down, continue to stay in your lanes, and make the tackle and go out of this half with a lead of 22-7.
Williams on to kick off, back deep for North Hills.
So Williams is back deep for North Hills.
Dickerson in green.
And I'm not sure the Wolverines do an onside kick.
Kickoff is fielded by number 30, Sam Coldren.
So Williams tries an onside kick with 25 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure I would give North Hills that type of field position. Anything can happen, one play, and you could get them great field position.
And something could happen, and they could, double up one before the half and another one soon as they come out after the half.
Ball was spotted at midfield.
So the Indians come out with the ball at midfield. They come out with great field position, and they hand the ball off over the right side. Running back makes a couple people miss.
Number 21.
Ball's handed off to number 21, Chase Hosky.
Chase Hosky, number 21 for the Indians. As the Indians take a timeout with 15 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, I'm not real certain about that onside kick with 25 seconds left on the clock, and you're up 22-7. I think the squib kick might have worked a little bit better to get the ball downfield a little bit.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Not just give them a short field to work with, even though they have limited amount of time.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Right now it's all about strategy, and right now
a shout out to
the question does then become, do we want a close game, or do we actually want to, put the lights out early, as some boxers would say, right now
team is Sidney Kistner and Morgan Nolan.
They are looking to hopefully make some things happen here with the rest of this first half here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Friday night under the lights, North Hills takes on the Wolverines.
So they come out in shotgun formation with 17 seconds left on the clock. Handoff again over the right side, number 21.
Great hands off to number 21, Chase Vosky.
Chase Vosky once again, and he's out of bounds with a first down.
Runs out of
About
bounds.
13 seconds left on
But
the
it's
clock.
good enough for a first down, North Hills.
So, number 21 for the Indians seems to be a very talented runner. We've seen him
38-yard
with
line.
quite a few carries here tonight, and this gentleman has been able to run this ball very, very, very fluently. He does a great job carrying the ball as well, and he has some materials, and hopefully he'll see the opportunity to get some offers as well.
Look for a trick play here from North Hills. Quarterback rolls off left, throws the ball down the field, and the pass is
Green's
looks
pass
like
was
incomplete.
intended for Lakeler, falls
And the
incomplete.
pass was intended for Lakeler, the receiver for North Hills, but with 7 seconds left here on the clock.
Second down and 10.
Second down and 10, the ball on about the 37, 38-yard line of the Wolverines. Look for the Indians to go to the end zone one play here and hope to get a tip pass and get out of here with some points.
I know they're, as you said before, they're usually known to be a running team. You know, with very little time on the clock. I don't think it's a wise idea to be working on your running game at this point. Throw that ball a lot more.
Shotgun formation, quarterback is back. He rolls right, throws the ball over the middle, caught by the receiver, and he's taken down.
Marcus pass is complete to Dickerson.
And that'll do it for the first half here.
Halftime score.
Live at Martorelli Stadium.
Woodland Hills 22.
Halftime
North
score,
Hills 7.
Woodland Hills 22, North Hills 7. I'm Craig Thomas along with my co-host, Leon the Hammer Rockymore, and we'll be right back with your halftime show.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the Soul Pit, and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community, fundraiser, and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mario. I've been a member at Fit 4 Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit 4 Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit 4 Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
Hello, I'm Leon Roxamore, founder and CEO of Roxamore Sports, Media, and Ministries. The beginning of Grief from Home Services, it was an epiphany moment for me. I had a relative that recently passed away during this COVID-19 epidemic. I had family members up and down the East Coast, down in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way up. The funeral was here in Pittsburgh. The funeral home wouldn't let no more than 10 people in to view the body. I said, you know what? They're not going to get an opportunity to have closure with my family member, with their family member. And so it began.
I began to say, why not take what we have, what we've done with the sports network, and now open up a new department in Roxamore and make a new platform for Grief for Home Services. It's a ministry because it's service, and we are here to serve. We want to help families be able to still attend the funeral. We will go there, stream it for you, and you'll be able to watch it in real time with the loved ones who are there. Sometimes we just don't want to be alone. And we want the families who are grieving for their loved ones to know that they're not alone, that Roxamore is in this with you. I am in this with you. We stand together to help you grieve, to help you have closure, and to help support you through these difficult times until it passes. And this too shall pass. But we will be here ready to serve you, your family, and your friends. May God be with you. May God bless you and keep you during this difficult time.
Welcome back live to Roxamore Sports presentation of WPIL Friday Night Lights. We have a great matchup going tonight with Woodland Hills Wolverines versus the North Hills Indians. This is a throwback powerhouse matchup here. Once again, the Wolverines come in riding a 2-game winning streak, looking to move to the top of their division and stay up top of it with a 3-0 start. And the Indians come in 1-1. They are also tied atop their conference, and they are looking to slow down a freight train of the Wolverines. So the Wolverines come in the first half. They come in, and Deontay Williams, Mr. Everything, Superman for the Wolverines, connects on a long touchdown pass, putting the Wolverines up. And the 2-point conversion was good, 8-0. Then the Wolverines come out, and then we have a turnover. Eris Siebels fumbles the ball, and the Indians go down on a trick play. As we stated earlier in their keys to success, that they're going to need plenty of trick plays and plenty of scoring if they're going to stay in this game with the high-powered offense of the Wolverines. So once again, the Wolverines get a turnover, and they go down and score. And so right now we are at the half with the Wolverines leading 22-7 here at Martorelli Stadium in the North Hills area of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, WPIL matchup. I'm Craig Thomas along with Leon, the Hammer Rockymore. We have my cohort Sam, the Lumberjack Timbers, out sick. We want to say get well, sir, and we'll see you again soon. But nonetheless, football must go on in Western Pennsylvania. So happy to be a part of it all. Happy to be here with you guys. Right now, they are even with the turnovers. Woodland Hills has turned the ball over once, and the Indians have turned the ball over. So this should be a game of adjustments. There should be some halftime adjustments. We're going to see if the Indians can come out and continue to slow down Superman Deontay Williams of the Wolverines and get back in this game. So I wanted to take you back here on this throwback powerhouse matchup to 1987. The North Hills Indians were ranked number 1 in the nation. That team was one of the best teams in the country, and they went undefeated, 13-0, only allowed 20 points to their opponents, and that was on their second-string defense. But nonetheless, they were in line to go up against a new team, which was the Woodland Hills Wolverines, which was formed out of 3 high schools, which was Turtle Creek, Swissvale, and Churchill, that came into one to form the Wolverines. And that team were primed to play, but they had to get through the Mount Lebanon team. So Woodland Hills was upended in the semifinals and did not get a chance to play the North Hills Indians. But I would beg to tell you that I believe that Wolverine team, newly formed, would have given this North Hills Indian team some problems. Even though they were undefeated, 13-0, and didn't give up many points, but that Wolverine team was loaded with talent, from Mo Price to Tim Sauer to Duke John Core, Hank Ramsey. There was a host of big men up front. Steve Pokrant went to NC State, so they were loaded with talent. Maurice Hickman. So there was a host of players that ended up going off of that team to play in the collegiate level. It would have been great to see that matchup, but nonetheless, we are here Friday night under the lights with that throwback matchup of Woodland Hills, who is on top right now, 22-7 over the North Hills Indians. And we want to just thank you for spending your Friday night with us, Friday night under the lights. Enjoy this great weather we have. Be safe out here. And as we get ready for second half play, we're going to look to the Wolverines to come out and try to dominate their opponent as they have in the past. The Wolverines have averaged 43 points a game in their first 2 games, and they have had their opponents to 13.5 points a game. So that doesn't bode well for the North Hills Indians. The North Hills Indians, on the other side, have scored 17.5 points a game, and they've allowed 12.5 points a game for the opponents. So they're going to have to find some offense from somewhere, and they're going to have to slow down this offense of the Wolverines in order to stay in this game. So once again, I'm Craig Thomas, and happy to be with you here Friday night under the lights at Martorelli Stadium in the North Hills part of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This 5A non-conference matchup between the throwback powerhouse teams, the North Hills Indians and the Woodland Hills Wolverines. And that will be our halftime show, and we'll be right back to the second half shortly after some messages from our sponsors. Thank you.
Hello, folks. Welcome back here live on the Roxamore Sports Network. I'm your host tonight, Leon the Hammer Rockymore. That is my nickname for tonight. And I am here with my co-host, Craig the CT Express Thomas. We're here watching this live matchup here in North Hills as the Indians take on the Wolverines, and the Wolverines currently lead 22-7. Craig, tell us all about what's been happening here today.
So we've seen some great play by both teams, a couple trick plays by the Indians. They went to a flea flicker to get on the board on a quick change of possession, turnover, and took a flea flicker, went in for a touchdown. And then on the next play, they came out on a kick and actually recovered an onside kick, but it was given back to the Wolverines based on a fair catch interference call by the officials. That could have been a costly turnover, but nonetheless, the Wolverines took the ball down and they scored, and then they also scored off of a turnover for the Indians to push their lead out to 22-7. So we've seen some great play so far. I look forward to the halftime adjustments and great play in the second half by both teams.
Yeah, both teams doing a wonderful job. I like some of the slick plays that the Indians are doing. They're catching the Wolverines off guard there and keeping them on their toes, so to speak. But then again, you got players like, number 9, Brooks, number 6, Deontay Williams, and number 2, Tariq Scipio. And, they just got a bunch of, talented individuals on their offensive line. And right now, from what it looks like the Indians may be a little outmatched here on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. Deontay Williams, a big player for the Wolverines, their marquee player. His first week against Connellsville, he was 10 for 15 passing with 276 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then he rushed the ball 3 times. Looks like he rushed the ball 3 times also that day. And then on a second game for Deontay Williams, he was 15 of 22 for 5 TDs and 355 yards. And he also rushed the ball 21 times for 156 yards. So that was a great game for that young man, over 500 yards of total offense. But today, needless to say, these Indians have kept Superman bottled up. So we'll see if Superman will come out of his phone booth tonight in the second half and take over this game as Deontay Williams, the marquee player for the Wolverines.
Right now, I couldn't agree with you more. Deontay Williams looking like a young superstar out here on this field on the Woodland Hills side of the football. But however, we're seeing some great calls on both sides of the field here, and we just hope to see if the Indians are actually going to keep this game interesting, maybe make it close, maybe make it tight. Let's see if they can actually make it a challenging game, keep us all on the edge of our seats, or will Woodland Hills get a chance to pull away from this one and as they would say, increase the gap, increase the distance between them and their opponent.
Absolutely. Wolverines are headed on their rushing attack by Deontay Williams and Taylon Brooks and Eric Siebels. He is actually a junior. Taylon Brooks is a senior, about 190 pounds, 6'2", great athlete, great individual, great young man. I happened to run into him this summer during the COVID and see Taylon Brooks. He had climbed the fence and was out on the field with his older brother getting a workout in, preparing, not knowing if he was going to have a senior season, but he was putting in the work to be great, not just to be good. So it's good to see that young man come out and have some success as he's been running through some of these Indian defenders.
Once again, which is a good thing, it's always best to stay prepared. I say that to my son LeRon all the time as he is boxing. I say we stay ready. You never know when your next match is going to be or who your next opponent is going to be. And sometimes you don't have all the time in the world to get ready. So I always say stay ready. So I think they're taking it. I think, Mr. Brooks took that same philosophy and just wanted to have a great senior year. So he stayed ready with his older brother, practicing out there on that field, getting ready for games like this.
Absolutely. Like you said, Leon the Hammer, success can be achieved when preparation meets opportunity. So we're all set for the second half kickoff, and Deontay Williams is the kicker. He kicks the ball deep and it's taken by number 3, and he makes a couple people miss, and he's up the right side. John Green, as he was a young man from North Hills that had a big return early in the season. And the North Hills Indians will come out and take the ball over at about the 29-yard line.
You know, Green, as our great colleague would say, Sam, the Lumberjack Timbers, he would say, the sophomore.
Sophomore. Great young man. Great young man. Great athlete. So we look forward to the second half here. We'll see what trick plays the Indians have up their sleeve because their offense has been pretty much pedestrian the last 2 weeks. They only scored, the first game they scored 35 points. And that first game was against Shaler. And then the second game against Moon, they didn't score. Moon shut them out 17-0. So they come out and run the ball off the right side for a gain of 3 on the first play and 2nd down and 7.
You know what I'm starting to realize, Craig? Deontay Williams starting to remind me of Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart kicked the ball, threw the ball, and ran the ball. I remember Cordell when he played for the Steelers. You know, a very versatile player. I see that in this young man's future as well.
Absolutely, as he's a two-way player playing offense and defense. Looks like the Indians come out with a sweep to the left side, and the running back is strung out, and he goes out of bounds for minimum or no gain.
Green, the ball carrier, forced out of bounds by Carter.
So that'll
No
bring
gain
up
on the play. 3rd down and 7.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 7 for the Indians.
Great attempt there by the Indians, but they got to be able to move the chains in order to make serious progress. So they got one opportunity to do it, and if they actually do it, then maybe we can get down the field and into the red zone.
We'll see what adjustments the Wolverines have made here at halftime to that crossbuck action.
The
low snap for the Indians. The ball is out and it's thrown, and it looks like it's going to be close to
Marcus
a first
pass
down.
complete to number 16, Robert Dickerson.
No Tango Donato there. He's definitely shorter and shy of the first down. That was by Dickerson there,
A
junior.
gain of 6.
Number 16 for
4th
the
down
Indians.
and 1.
So that brings up a 4th down and 1. The Wolverines have to be careful of the trick play and make sure they do not jump off sides here on the 4th down and 1. As you'll probably see them try to draw the Wolverines off.
It's crucial. I see them having something slick up their sleeve. Let's see what happens.
The coaches are yelling out for the Wolverines to watch the ball. Snap is low, kick is up, and it is short. And it takes a North Hills bounce, and it goes out of bounds at
Green's
about the
punt
21-yard
goes out
line.
of bounds at the Wolverine 20-yard line.
The surprising part there with that, last play by the Indians,
A 42-yard punt
I
for John
honestly
Green.
did think they were actually going to go for it, and they didn't. They actually really did punt the ball. That's a little shocking.
They also didn't even attempt to try to draw the Wolverines offside, so I'm not sure. I probably would have came out in my regular formation. Since I'm down 22-7, and I know my offense has struggled to have a 4th down and 1 yard to go. I know it's early in the third quarter, 10-14 left in the third quarter, with the Wolverines taking over the ball on the 20-yard line, and we have a stoppage in play here. Flag on the play.
Illegal substitution, Woodland Hills.
Illegal substitution against the Wolverines. So that's going to back them up 5 yards, so it'll be a first down.
First down and 15.
15 yards to go for Deontay Williams and his crew out of the locker room. We'll see what Coach Tim Bostard has come up with, what adjustments he made to try to get his offense rolling. So I'd like to see the Wolverines come out right now and go for the jugular. Go deep. Just, fake one up the middle to Taylor Brooks, and it looks like you have Brooks and Siebels in the backfield. So I'd love to see those two great running backs in the backfield. Deontay Williams is back to pass. He throws the ball, has Amani Bailey wide open over the right side, and he goes to about the 25-yard line.
Williams pass complete to number 4, Armani Bailey.
I tell you, Amani Bailey looked like
Brought down by
if he
Apodaca.
would have caught that ball and he would have just took off,
A gain of
I
10
think
on the
he
play.
I think
Second
he
down
would
and
have
5.
I think it'd made more, he'd have gained a lot more yardage on that play. He was thinking about getting his Le'Veon Bell on, so to speak, you know what I mean? The shake and bake, wake and quake, you know what I mean?
So that was a great run, first down. So the Wolverines pick up 10 on a 1st and 15. That makes it a 2nd down and 5. Looks like the shotgun formation, fakes the ball to Bailey, hands the ball to Siebers.
Ball is handed off to number 21, Eric Seibels.
That's Eric Seibels, and he's stopped up.
60, Riley Davis.
That brings up about a 3rd down and 6.
A loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 6.
So Eric Seibels is in the backfield along with Taylor Brooks, so it brings up a 3rd down. We'll see if they get Deontay Williams out of the pocket. If he can get the ball to one of his great receivers, Tariq Scipio, Armani Bailey, and we'll see if the Indians come with pressure. Looks like they don't go for pressure. Looks like Deontay Williams rolls to his right. He looks for a receiver.
Williams' pass falls incomplete. Intended for
Complete
Bailey.
pass to Armani Bailey.
4,
Short arm
Jaden
that pass.
Smith. 4th down and 6.
I mean, it was a great scramble by Deontay Williams there. You know, the play, you know, when he threw the ball, he threw it off, you know, off his back foot there, and it just didn't look, wasn't too balanced there at all. It could have been a great connection, though. He was looking in the right area. He was looking in the right part of the field. However, it didn't pay off the way he wanted it to. So it looks like somebody's down on the field.
Yes, it looks like we have an injured Indian on the field. So with 8 minutes and 44 seconds left, both teams come out of the half and have one series. Both teams' defenses have stood up strong. It looks like number 60 for the North Hills Indians, he's up and walking off the field under his own volition. So it's great to see that young man walking off. And we are getting just about ready for play here. Number 60 is Riley Davis. So good to see that young man get up. So it brings up a 4th down.
Williams on the punt.
And about 6 yards to go.
16, Robert Dickerson.
For the Wolverines. Deontay Williams is back in punt formation. And the punt is off and looks like a pretty good kick.
That's a pretty good kick. Yeah, that is really good.
Takes number 16 for the North Hills Indians down, and he fumbles the ball, and it looks like the Wolverines might have the ball.
So instead of shaking and baking,
Punt is returned by Dickerson.
Maybe you might want to secure the ball instead of, you know, looking to
fumble recovered by North Hills.
Dancing with the ball.
In on the recovery, number 64, Colin Quinn.
So his own teammate saved him.
Correction, number 44. Andrew Joel.
So it looks like Dante Dutrail, number 27, for the Wolverines, had an opportunity to get that ball on the fumble.
Joel
but
recovered the ball.
Looks
at
like
midfield,
the Indians
North Hills.
recover the ball, and they have great field position at midfield. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Fakes the pass, goes back deep, and it looks like it's picked off.
Is it intercepted?
It's picked off.
Is it intercepted?
Pass is intercepted by number 2,
Tariq Scipio.
Playing center field, back there being a safety. This is the number 1 receiver. He's back playing safety, and he read the quarterback's eyes, and he jumped right. And he was a receiver on that because the pass went right to him.
Hey, from Jerry Rice to Troy Polamalu.
Ball spotted at the 34.
All in one body, you know what I mean?
So we talked about the Indians not being a great passing team.
Yeah.
And that shows right there on that play. They got a great field position, and they were poised to go in and try to make this a tighter game. Tried to throw the ball deep and got an interception.
He threw that ball into traffic.
So handoff up the middle to Taylor Brooks over the left side.
Hands off to number 9.
About 2 yards.
Taylor Brooks. Stopped up by number 55, Chris Kopp.
I give him credit for 3.
A gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
So I like to see the Wolverines spread it out a little bit, get some of the quick passes to their wide receivers, and even use Taylor Brooks and Eric Siebels out of the backfield and get them out in space and see what these young men can do in space.
Yeah. So, you know, this week the Woodland Hills Wolverines play the North Hills Indians. Last week they played the Penn Hills Indians, and right
Taylor
now
Brooks, the ball carrier.
they
Stopped up by number 36,
They
Billy Fonzie. Also
they're
in on the stop.
definitely
Number 8,
putting out
Alex
their smoke.
Apodaca. A gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of 3 there.
And 4.
3rd down and 4 with 7 minutes and 22 seconds and counting on the clock. The Wolverines leading the Indians 22-7. Big lead. No reason to really go conservative. I want to see the Wolverines open it up. They come out with trips to the right, 4 wide receiver set, and it looks like we have another penalty on the play.
Laundry on the field.
Flag on the play. False start.
False
Charge
start
to Woodland Hills.
on the offense.
Needless to say, again, the Wolverines have to continue to play disciplined
A
football,
5-yard penalty will make it
or
3rd
they will
down and 9.
see a lot of laundry on the field.
So the question is, do they want to put them out? Because right now, you know, the last 2 drives by the Wolverines, it seemed like they dialed it back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The intensity was definitely there. They got on them right away, got up. Now they kind of seem like they're a little bit in cruise control. So let's see what they do. Oh.
Williams is brought down by number 8, Alec Apodaca.
So he's sacked there.
Yeah, Williams has been under the constant duress all night, so I would think that maybe Coach Tim Bosser should get him out of the pocket, roll him over to his right. I mean, they rolled him out to his left, but get him out of the pocket and maybe hit the Indians with some screen plays or some draws to slow down that defense.
6 on the play, 4th down and 15.
He had a teammate to his side there. He could have flea flicked it to him, real quick. Just went on ahead and did a nice little short
Williams on the punt.
little flicker
Back
there.
deep, number 16, Robert Dickerson.
Okay.
So that last sack on the play takes the Wolverines back, and it's a 4th down and 16. And we have a stoppage in play here.
Wolverines.
I'm not sure. Here we go with the penalties, ladies and gentlemen. Wolverines get another penalty with the false start, so that's going to set the Indians up here in pretty good field position.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard line.
So now you see what
4th
I'm
down.
saying when I say somebody
And
they're starting to dial it back on the intensity level, and it seems like they're getting a little bit in cruise control because now they're not as eager because they're up by 2 touchdowns to actually try to get back in the end zone again. But we need them to, if they're going to
Williams
get on the board again, they gotta pick up that
Dickerson
drive.
to receive.
So number 16, Robert Dickerson, is back for the Indians, trying to receive the punt, and it bounces at about the 40-yard line, and it'll roll dead at about the 39-yard line, where the Indians will take over 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left here, getting late in the 3rd quarter at North Hills.
Yeah. I would just like to see these 2 teams continue to keep striving for the best. The Indians try to get back on the board some more, and the Wolverines, and see if they're going to turn it up again or they're going to dial it back down. So, it remains to be seen, but only time will tell. So we'll see what happens.
So the Indians come out here, 2 wide receivers to the right, shotgun formation. Looks like more of a powerful set. Fake the ball to the middle, and it's a pick 6. Taken back by number 4, Armani Bailey. Jumps the route and takes it in for 6. Great anticipation by that receiver, Armani Bailey.
That was great read by Bailey. He seen the quarterback, and the quarterback kind of gave it away with his head. You got to be careful when you're throwing that ball. I played quarterback myself when I was in school. You got to be careful how you can give it away where you're going to throw that ball. And Bailey read him perfectly, intercepted the ball, took it back for Pater, as my partner would like to say, and got the touchdown.
Pick 6 by Armani Bailey. I guess Mr. Bailey said, if I can't get the ball on offense, I'm going to get it on defense. So that was a great play by the young man, anticipating the throw and getting in front of that. He looked like the receiver on that, which he is, and he takes that back to the house. So the Wolverines have a lead of 28-7. They're lined up for their traditional 2-point conversion, and it looks like we have a timeout. North Hills on the 2-point conversion.
Well, a timeout is probably a smart play right about now, because now you got to be talking to your team and saying, okay, guys, right now we have no more room for error. We have to lock it down, and we have to get back in this game. And we got to stop them because these 2-point conversions, they count. It's one more than the normal extra point. So, to go up by 8 instead of 7 is like, hey, you got to slow it down here. So you need their defense probably to step it up in a major way to help the Indians get back in this game.
So the Indians' defense, their defense has actually played well. They kept the Wolverines, aside from a couple of turnovers, to actually 2 touchdowns on offense as far as, long drives are concerned. But a couple turnovers have been costly. Wolverines are lined up right now. Shotgun formation for Deontay Williams. 4 wide receivers. And he fakes the ball off to the right for number 9, Taylon Brooks.
2-point attempt.
2-point attempt.
Williams kept it.
Yeah, Tay Williams kept
and the
it.
score remains Woodland
2-point
Hills,
conversion failed.
28. North Hills 7.
28-7. North Hills is behind to Woodland Hills Wolverines. And we're going to take a short commercial, and we'll be right back.
Well, folks, welcome back live here on the Roxamore Sports Network. I am your host tonight, Leon the Hammer Rockymore, as I just earned a new nickname by my esteemed co-host and colleague, Craig, the CT Express Thomas. We are here live at North Hills Stadium as the Indians are hosting the Wolverines, and the Wolverines are now leading 28-7. They are now up by 3 touchdowns and some change. Craig, tell them about tonight's game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Wolverines have come in, and, they were playing against a North Hills offense that was pretty pedestrian, not very well-oiled machine. But the Wolverines have put up 28 points in a host of variety of ways. On offense, a couple big plays. But on defense, they made some plays, a couple turnovers, and pushed their lead up to 28-7. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Indians going forward. Getting late in the third quarter, 5:35 left to go here in the third quarter at North Hills Monterelli Stadium. Here in the North Hills
Williams kickoff
area.
goes out of bounds. Flag on the play.
Deontay Williams kicks the ball off, and it goes out of bounds. What I would assume is that young man plays every position. He might be a little bit tired right now, so that's why you see a couple kicks maybe go out of bounds from a young man as the game progresses.
I agree.
Legal
Sometimes
procedure. Kickoff out of bounds.
You got to
Charge.
recharge the batteries.
Woodland Hills.
And more importantly, if you're up by a whole lot, you got to save your body sometimes for, when you really need it to perform. So still got a whole quarter left, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. You got to begin to ask yourself now, will Deontay Williams now take a small break, maybe give
North Hills starts their drive
somebody else an
35-yard
opportunity,
line.
to get some work in and gain some experience, but we'll see.
So the North Hills Indians come out, first down and 10 at about the 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers flank to the left. Shotgun formation, hands the ball off over the right side. Number 21, he's been the workhorse all night.
Number 21, Chase Hosky.
Chase Hosky for the Indians, he's been the workhorse all night.
Number 18, Michael James.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hosky, his back has got to be hurting right about now because he's been carrying this offense for quite a bit.
Second down and 3.
Making some great progress here on the runs on the offensive side for the Indians.
So that was a gain of 7 for Foskey, and brings up a second down and 3. They like to do that, to run to the weak side, where they put the receivers to the strong side, and they outman the Wolverines on the backside and try to run the ball that way. So they come out in the same formation, and they hand the ball off once again, but the Wolverines are ready this time, and he's taken down in the backfield.
Ball's handed off to number 21,
52.
Chase Hosky.
Number 52.
Hosky was tackled by number 52, Savon Gibner.
Savon Gibner, good to see that young man back in the game as he went out the game earlier, a little gimpy. So he comes in and makes a big play. Loss of three for the Wolverines. Great penetration and got in the backfield, and he sniffed that play out well.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
So we are at a third down and about 6 yards to go for the Indians here with about 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. WPIL 5A matchup, and we have Laundry on the field, and it looks like it's going to be illegal procedure. It's going to back the Indians up a little bit more.
5-yard penalty.
So that's going to make it a third down and 11 for the Indians, who really can't afford to be behind the chains. The Wolverines need to look out for a trick play right now, as the Indians need something to get their team jump-started and get them back into the game here.
A double reverse flea flicker.
Third down and 11 for the Indians.
I would say anything and everything should be explored at this point, Craig.
So the Indians come out with a 3-wide receiver set, fake the ball. Quarterback is under duress, and he goes down by a host of Wolverines.
Sacked.
Number 52 again.
Number 52, Savon Gibner.
Savon Gibner is there. Number 18 is there for the Wolverines. That would be Michael James.
A loss of 11 on the play brings up fourth down and 22. Number 3, John Green on the
Craig
front.
on the
Number 4, Armani
number
Bailey.
The quarterback there, he took way too many steps back into the pocket to get ready to throw that ball. I mean, he maybe took back maybe like 5 steps. Oh.
That was dangerous by Armani Bailey to pick that ball up on a bounce,
14,
and fortunately he was able to secure it, and he's taken down at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, I'd have just let that one roll and let them take it. Oh, we have some contestation here from the player with the referee.
Yeah, Armani Bailey's having a little conversation with the referee. So that with 3:05 left to go here in the third quarter, Woodland Hills Wolverines lead the North Hills Indians 28-7. WPIL 5A matchup live on Roxamore Sports. Craig Thomas and Leon the Hammer Rockymore. We are here bringing you great football, Western Pennsylvania football. You have Deontay Williams in a pistol formation, 4-wide receiver set, hands the ball off to Taylon Brooks, and he gains about 3 yards on the play.
I'll send it off to number 9, Taylon Brooks, brought down by number 36, Billy
I think
Fonzie,
it's about time
as well as number 27, Tanner
you earn your new nickname for the rest of the night. I got it. We're going to call you Craig the 8-Train Thomas. The 8-Train. You got to be on it to catch it, baby.
Absolutely. So it's good to see the Wolverines coming back and restoring the roar. That's the call for 2020 for the Wolverine football team, to restore the roar to the Wolverina. So if you have an opportunity, come out and see these young men. If they give out 2 tickets next week or when we're back at our home field, make sure we pack the house to the best of our ability and let these young men know that we're proud of what they're doing. So Deontay Williams is back to pass, incomplete, looking for Armani Bailey. Williams has been under duress all night.
Yeah, he's they're gunning for
Coverage
him.
on the play was number 25, Liam Tracy.
Right now they're looking for him. They're trying to keep him throwing. They keep him from running. But the kid can throw the ball as well if you give him enough time.
Third down
in
and
the pocket
8 for the Wolverines.
So let's see what they do with it.
So it brings up a third down and 8. I would like to see the Wolverines, with the aggressiveness of the Indian defensive line, to throw a screen play, get them with a draw play. But right now they have their leg kicked back and they're coming after them. And just as I call, screenplay, and you have Taylon Brooks over there, and he fights for the first down, and he looks like he gets it.
He got it. He definitely got it. That kid,
Billy Fonzie.
That kid has been definitely a factor in tonight's offensive push for the Wolverines, and he's done a great job with every carry. I've probably only seen him carry the ball maybe twice today where he was barely effective, where he only gained maybe 2 yards or 3. Every carry outside of that was, 7+ yards.
That was a great play call by Coach Tim Bossert, as we were both lined up on the same page looking for that screen pass for the Wolverines. It looks like they run a flea flecker.
Scipio.
Williams pass complete to Scipio.
Yeah, it looks like a
Tackle on the play, number 8.
quick screen out to
Alakadaka.
Tariq Scipio out on the edge. So it looks like they're trying to get the ball out of Deontay Williams. Gain of 3 yards there. So we'll look and see what adjustments are made. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Wolverines leading the Indians 28-7. Deontay Williams is back. Shotgun formation, fakes the ball,
Good
hands the
sell.
ball over the left
Way to
side.
sell it.
Looks like Talene Brooks up the left side for a gain of about
Brought down by number 27,
Taylor Brooks
Tanner
up the left
Oldecki.
side for about a gain of about 20 yards. Great run, crossback action.
Gain of 14,
Had the,
first and 10, Woodland Hills.
Once
Had-
again,
Ball spotted
this
at the
kid
31
here
yard
is
line.
the truth. This kid has shown he's came ready to play. He showing proves, and once again, as you spoke about those practices that he would have with his brothers, you can see.
So it looks like Taylor Brooks up the middle again. Looks like that last play they had great
Brooks on a carry.
crossbuck action, and it kept the defense off balance and allowed Taylor to go up the left side for a gain of about 15 yards. So here, with
Brooks
about
was brought down by
15
number
seconds left to
36,
go, I
Billy
think that'll be
Fonzie.
our final play in the third quarter. I'm Craig Thomas along with Leon,
two,
the
second
Hammer,
down and
Rockymore. And that'll get us close to the end of the third quarter. Woodland Hills Wolverines leading the
Third
Penn
quarter
Hills
score, Woodland
Indians.
Hills 28,
And
North
we'll
Hills
be right
7.
back with fourth quarter
All right, ladies and
action.
gentlemen, it's back for another rendition here at Martinelli Stadium. You've all heard of the Pittsburgh.
Hello, folks. I'm Leon
Second down and
Rockymore,
8.
your host tonight. I'm here with my co-host, Craig the A-Train Thomas. We are here. We got laundry on the field already.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be illegal
False start.
procedure against
Woodland
the
Hills.
Wolverines, so that's going to make a second down and 13. But great to be here with you, sir. Great to be a part of it all. Western Pennsylvania football 5A matchup, a throwback to
Second
two great
down and 13.
programs here. WPIL football, two powerhouse teams. Great to see them playing good football as the Indians have come out and put forth a valiant effort on the defensive side of the ball. If they have kept Deontay Williams and that high-flying, high-powered Wolverine offense under check so far.
Absolutely.
So it looks like second down, a draw play, hands the ball off to Taylor Brooks over the right side
Williams
for
hands
a
off.
gain
Number
off
9,
of
Taylor Brooks.
about 4 yards.
In on the stop, number 36, Billy Fonzie.
So it looks like that's going to bring up a third down and about 9.5.
Gain
or
of
10.
3. Third down and 10.
So once again, the Wolverines are leading the Penn Hills Indians. I'm not sure about the Indians,
North
but
Hills
the
Indians.
North Hills Indians.
They're all Indians.
Yeah, we've been Indians the last 2 weeks, but the Wolverines have been winning, and they beat both of the Indian teams. So they are ahead by 3 touchdowns in this game. Third down and about 10 yards to go. Deontay Williams is back, throws the ball up. He has a receiver out there. He goes up and gets the ball.
Pass complete. Scipio is in for the Wolverine touchdown.
And touchdown, Tariq Scipio. I think that's his second this evening. Great job there with Tariq Scipio. Great job.
So great catch by Tariq Scipio. Great throw once again for the general, Deontay Williams, to get the ball out. There was 2 defenders there, but Mr. Scipio went up and high-pointed the ball and brought it down for a touchdown.
It's that height. He's a tall individual. He's 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there. You put 2 small cornerbacks on him or whatever the case may be, 1 small cornerback, 1 safety. You put it up there, and he plays basketball. He has the jumping ability on his side. That was a great deep corner throw
Conversion
there.
is broken up by number 21, Chase Foskey. The score with 11:04 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So the Wolverines
34, North Hills
34, the North Hills Indians 7. I'm Craig Thomas here at the first. We're early in the fourth quarter, along with Leon the Hammer Rockymore. So Woodland Hills is stretching out their lead here, and we are looking at a great matchup here. So continuing on, what are you looking for in the fourth quarter out of the Wolverines?
I'll be honest with you, at this particular point, they have such a great, comfortable lead. They could start to mix it up a little bit and give some fresh bodies an opportunity to learn some things, learn some plays, build some chemistry. They're up by quite a bit. And the Indians don't show no sign of maybe wanting to get back in this game. Right now, you wouldn't just need an angel in the outfield. You would need an angel on the sideline, in a quarterback position, receiver position, and running back position for the Indians to actually, go on ahead and get back in this game. Right now, they're down by a whole lot. So I don't know. I think that, the fat lady may be warming up her vocals right about now.
Absolutely. So I'd like to take a moment to pause on National Daughters Day and tell everybody to recognize their daughter, as I have 3, Deja, Taylor, and Tania. I love you ladies. Daughters Day. I love my daughters, all of my adopted daughters in the community. Take a moment and show a young lady some love, your child or your adopted child, on National Daughters Day.
Yeah, well, I'd like to give a shout out to my daughter Regine and my adopted daughter Kalia. The 2 of my queens, my princesses, keep developing the queens. I love them both dearly, and I change the world if I could for them.
Yeah, so we are live here in the North Hills section of Pittsburgh 5A WPIL matchup against non-conference teams, 2 powerhouse programs, Woodland Hills versus the North Hills Indians, but the Wolverines are well on their way to restoring the roar as they are up 34-7 against these North Hills Indians.
Yeah. So will they actually boot it this time, or will they try an onside kick? That seems to be
Thompson and Dickerson back deep for North Hills.
He boots it this time.
Deontay Williams gets a great kickoff.
Great kick.
Back to about the 5-yard line. And it's taken by number 16, and he makes a couple people miss. He's up the left sideline for the
Dickerson
Indians.
Dickerson. Number 27.
37. 37-yard line there. Great run by him.
Yeah.
Number 16.
Yeah, Dickerson, great run back by that young man. Up the left sideline to put his team into great field position for this drive.
Spotted at the North Hills 38-yard line, where they will start their drive.
38-yard line for the Indians with 10 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. So we look forward to some of our upcoming matchups. So make sure you tune in live every Friday night under the lights on Roxamoresports.com. We're going to have great matchups moving forward. So the Indians go back to pass, and looks like the pass is a little off the mark. Intended for the receiver number 4.
Incomplete. Intended for number 4,
Jaden Smith.
Second down and 10.
It's going to be a second down and 10. So coming up, second down and 10. 34-7 is the score if you tuned in late. Wolverines have taken a commanding lead here. The Indians are back, and they throw the ball into the
Marcus
flat.
pass complete to number 4,
To
Jaden
number
Smith.
4, Jaden Smith. And he gains about, looks like he gains about
Brought
5
down by
yards
number
on the
12,
play.
Devon McClinton Jr.
So our upcoming
Gain of 4 on the
games
play.
for the
Third down and
Wolverines,
6.
they will go away to Penn Trafford. And it looks like they will be home on 10-9 against Franklin Regional at 7 p.m. at the Wolverina. And then
Marcus
they
pass
will
complete to number 16, Robert Dickerson.
be home on 10-16.
Brought down by
Looks
number
like
43.
against Gateway. So that'll be a
Devontae Gaither.
great conference
First down,
game, a big
North
game
Hills.
back at the Wolverina. And the North Hills picks up a first down on that pass there and continues their drive. And the North Hills Indians will have a conference game next week against Kiski at home. And then they have a next game against Penn
Marcus
Hills.
pass complete to number 4,
And
Jaden
then their
Smith.
following game will be against Pine Richland, which will be a great matchup.
Gain of 6 on the
So
play.
it looks like a gain
Second
of 6
down
on the
and
play
4.
for the Indians. And the clock is down under 10 minutes, so they have to get in a little bit more of a hurry-up offense.
Yeah. You know, a handful of no huddles would actually help out greatly in a situation like this.
So the Indians come out in a shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set, and they hand the ball off over the left side. I'm not sure that you're going to get back in the game with a handoff over the left side.
Yeah. You know, I would say, you know, thinking of getting down the field, it would be the objective right about now with all
Smith
that's
on the
been
carry,
going
loss of
on.
1 on the play.
You would think that they, you
Third
know,
down and 5.
throw the ball instead of running the ball so much.
But they are a running team, so and then you also have the ball hawk, Mr. Tariq Scipio, back there for the Wolverines, looking to break up a play. Great play there by number 3 by the
Marcus pass was
Wolverines,
intended for number 14,
Eshawn
TJ
Carter. For the Wolverines, he's another one of that talented receiving core playing defense as well.
4th down and 5.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more there, Craig.
So that brings up a 4th down and 5 for the Indians here with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock. So they're going to go for it here at the Wolverine 44-yard line. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ball game.
Yeah.
Like you said, Leon, the hammer, the fat lady is definitely warming up.
Absolutely.
Marcus pass falls incomplete, intended for number 16, Robert Dickerson.
She's gargling salt
Coverage of the
water
play,
and
number
everything
7,
right now.
William Chamberlain.
She about ready to pull a Beyonce at the inauguration
Ball is turned over on downs.
and lip
Wolverines take
saying
over at their own.
this game is
44-yard
almost
line.
over.
So it looks like the Indians go for it on 4th down. The pass is incomplete over the head of the receiver. He ran a deep out on the sideline, and the pass was over his head. So the ball goes back to the Wolverines with about 9 minutes and 1 second left to go. They take over at their own 44-yard line, leading 34-7. So we'll see how long Coach Bosser leaves his starters in the game. If he'll try to get some more young people experience to build for the future, or he leave his ones in there. So right now they come out in a 4 wide receiver set, hand the ball off to the left side to Taylon Brooks, and he goes down, and the ball comes out, and the ball's out of bounds. And it looks like the young man is coming up a little bit gimpy.
Brooks, the ball
Looks like
carrier.
his leg got spun back a little bit. So hopefully that young man will be all right. Might want to consider, like I said, getting your starters out of the game. And, you know, as you got this game in hand right now.
I think that's a significant sign right there. You know, get some of your key players and productive players out the game. Give them a chance to rest up. Try not to get hurt. You know, this game is definitely in the bag. The Indians have not shown any kind of promise of actually getting close to actually getting back in this game. I think this game is almost, you know, in the books, as they so to say, as they would say. Oh,
So
almost
there was
threw an
a-
interception
Yeah,
there.
so I'm not sure with
Pass is incomplete.
Deontay Williams was looking
Coverage
at
on the
there.
play by
There was a
number
lot
one,
of
Matt Sharp.
red shirts back there around the football. Brings up a third down and about 15 yards to go here. So
The interesting part is there were no Wolverine
Third
jerseys
down
back
and
there
15.
at all. You know, so that was a very awkward throw there. Very unique decision. But I hope that the Wolverines stay healthy at this particular point before the schedule, the road that lies ahead, as they would say, is always going to be a challenge. So hope everyone stays healthy and stays performance ready. Ooh.
So one of the things about
Williams' pass is complete.
the opportunity for these young men to stay in the game, the pass is complete to number 2, Tariq Scipio. It looks like he came
Pulled in
up
by
a
number
little,
2.
little gimpy
Correct,
there
Scipio.
too. So might be an opportunity to get these young men out of the game as one of the Wolverines is down
Someone else
on
is
the
down.
field.
Yeah.
So right now, while we have a pause with the injured player on the field,
I don't know the name. I can't quite see the number. That looks like number. I can't see the number from here, but we need to see, this team continue its streak right now. They're starting the season out with their first 3 games on the victory side of the ball. First against Connellsville, the second against Penn Hills, and now against North Hills. And we need them to continue to keep the streak alive. That was number 56 there for the Wolverines, who actually was hurt on that last play, and we're glad to see him get up and walk it off. However, once again, Ironman football, great players, great scoring lead right now. Right now, I would say it's a great opportunity to give some other guys an opportunity to get some rep and get some work. And once again, save your key players, for another day, so to speak. You live to see another day, fight another day, play another day. Last thing you want to do is be sitting on the bench because you hurt with some crunches on or something. You know what I mean?
right. So Jameer Omer, young fella got up, big fella got up and hobbled
Fourth
off
down
the
and
field.
2.
So that brings a 4th down and 2 for the Wolverines.
Williams on the punt.
Deontay Williams back to punt, does a quick kick, and he is run into, and they throw a flag on the play, and it looks like this one will come back, and the Wolverines will retain possession here. Ball is down
Punt's down at the 9.
at about
Flag
the
on the play.
9-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
You know what I'm proud to see?
Running into the kicker.
I am
charge
proud to
North
see
Hills.
this Woodland Hills Wolverines team bringing some entertaining football to the network. They are doing a great job this season. They are on fire, as one would say, and they are very driven. They're gelling very well as a team this year. So the 2020 season is off to a great start. Last
5-yard
year,
running punter penalty.
you can recall that I think they only
Advance the
had
ball 5 yards. First
they
and 10.
were
Woodland Hills.
3-7. They only had 3 victories, and they start this season out with the first 3 games with all victories. So, so far so good. Great start this year, and hoping to see much more in the games to come.
Great opportunity. Eric Siebel's over the right side, and he's dragging
Ball's
a
handed
host
off.
of Indians
Number
along
21,
with him.
Eric
so
Seibels.
once Eric Seibels goes down that sideline, and he carries a
Tackled
host
on the
of
play by
Indians.
number 4, Jaden Smith.
Like I said, call him the tank. He don't want to go down. He's like a convoy when he run that ball.
8 of 11. First and 10.
So it's a great call by Coach Tim Bossert. One of the things that's happened is, I think with them not having a lot of practice time, that they want to keep their starters in to create some cohesion so they get used to playing, because they didn't get a lot of contact. There was not a lot of preseason camp. All right, Eric is going up the sideline again. He has one man to
Seibels
beat.
the ball carrier.
Seibels takes the ball down, and he's pushed out of bounds at about
Tripped up by
2
number
yard line.
21, Chase Foskey.
Yeah, he has the opportunity to actually see the end zone
Ball
one more
spotted.
time.
North
The
Hills
way he
13.
ran that ball was very impressive. With such vigor, and once
First and 10,
again,
Woodland Hills.
he gets to moving. He's like a juggernaut, like a convoy. He just, he becomes powerful. He starts to plow the road. So we're in the red zone now.
First down and 10 at about the 14-yard line for the Wolverines. And they go to the well one too
Ball's
many
handed off
times.
to Seibels.
Hands the ball to
Stopped
Seibels
up in the
again.
backfield by
He
number
stopped to the
55,
backyard
Chris
for a
Kopp.
loss.
Well,
A loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11.
now that was a shocking run with shocking results.
So it's good to see fans in the stands here again. During this COVID time, continue to wear your mask, do your social distancing, and great to have people here in the stands with us. It's a little bit weird not having fans, but again, Williams is back to pass. He hits Armani Bailey, makes a couple people miss, makes another person miss, and he takes the ball down to about the
Pass is complete to number 4,
4-yard line. But
Armani
now
Bailey.
we
Flag on the
have
play.
more laundry on the field.
Laundry on the field. Bailey's been having a great game here tonight. Him, Siebel, Scipio, Brooks, and Williams. All big
Block in
factor
the back.
contributors
Charge to the
on
Wolverines.
offense. Great job by these young men.
So it looks like a block in the back at the end of the play by the Wolverines, which will back them up here and make it about a
Ball is spotted at the North Hills 19. 2nd down and 16 for Woodland Hills.
2nd down and 16 for the Wolverines. Here with 5 minutes and 30 seconds and counting left in the fourth quarter, with the Wolverines leading the Indians 34-7, 5A matchup, non-conference. And it looks like Tariq Scipio goes up and takes the ball from the defender.
he gives him a nice good look
Williams
down.
Scipio.
You know, that look
Tackle
down
number 21.
is the look down of confirmation. That look down says, do you know who you jumping up here with?
Absolutely, and that's Chase Foskey for number 21 for the Indians. He's a great
Gain
running
of
back.
10, 3rd
He's been
down and
pretty
6.
productive all night himself, but I don't really think he's a matchup for number 2, Tariq Scipio, the great standout wide receiver for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that's a mismatch all day. I would agree.
Williams on the keeper. Brought down by number 27, Tanner Ilnicki.
You know, that's you just gotta love those games when
No gain on the play. 4th down and
when you
6.
let your actions speak louder than your words. And I love that look Scipio gave him.
Absolutely. Speaking of your actions speaking louder than words, be seen, be heard. Vote November 3rd. Let your vote be your voice. Make sure you get out and vote November 3rd.
Absolutely. Do not waste a time, a day, nor a minute. Make sure that you plan and plan effectively to make sure that you are there to cast your vote.
You need to register.
Ooh.
Go on to vote.org
Pass is
to register.
incomplete.
Pass incomplete. 4th down.
And North Hills
Looks
will
like
take over on downs at their
the
own
Indians are going
9-yard
to turn
line.
over, and they stop the Wolverines, and they're going to take over at their 9-yard line with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left.
Well, the field house had a catch there. The ball bounced right off the wall. That's what you call building bricks there.
So I'm not sure. I'd like to confer with you. I know that this is a Roxamore Sports TNT player of the game. We'll have to cast our votes here. It's going to be a tough one tonight. A couple players have contributed, but we're going to have to pick somebody to name the player of the game.
Ooh.
And it looks like the Indians have some life left.
Liam Tracy.
That was
Ball's handed off to number 25, Liam Tracy.
That was a nice.
Dropped up by number 12,
That-
Devon McClinton Jr.
So Deontay Williams looked like he was part of that tackle there, and
Gain of 18
Once
on the
again.
play. 1st down, North Hills.
with 3 minutes and a little over 30 seconds left to go in this game, I would be giving that young man some rest right about now.
Absolutely.
I will honestly have to say that at this point.
Absolutely. Time for Superman to go back into the booth and turn into Clark Kent
Yeah.
and take a rest.
And write some articles or something, you know.
Right, absolutely. So, nonetheless, great play by the Indians. They pick up a 1st down. They hand the ball off over the left side. Number 25 is running. We have laundry on the
Liam
field.
Tracy.
It's going to be a hold. William Tracy with a big run, but it's coming back.
Again, number
What a
25,
big-
Liam Tracy.
With a big hit by Tariq
Flag on the
Scipio,
play.
and there's a flag on the play, so he may have lost all his progress here. Let's see what the ref has to say about it.
wind down a great night of football, Western Pennsylvania.
Holding on the offense.
So we have a holding
North Hills.
on North Hills. And that's going to take them back.
Way back. Back in the time, as the song would say.
So both of these programs
Ball
are
is spotted at the
making
North
some
Hills 30.
progress and trying to get, back to their heydays and their successful days. And
First down and
looks
7.
like the Wolverines have taken another step tonight towards that. Coach Tim Boss is going to have his team undefeated with 3 wins, matching their total from last year already in the third.
Marker hands out to number 24.
So that's a great
Curtis
start for the
Lasky.
Wolverines. They must continue. We have a little scrum out there. A couple players showing a little bit of.
Number 61 for the Indians has been a little on a rough side
Again,
of
one on the
things
play. Second down and
here
6
on quite a
for
few
North Hills.
plays. As you can see, he gets up with his hands in the air as a surrender. That's a way of saying, I did something, but you didn't see me. I used to do that all the time when I was a kid, too.
So it looks like we're under the 3-minute mark with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Late in the fourth quarter, 34-7. The Wolverines are leading the North Hills Indians. And the snap is low, and the quarterback
Snap is picked
falls
up,
on
number
the
12.
snap.
Ethan Marker.
Ethan Marker.
Loss of 3 on the play.
The chemistry between the
Third
quarterback
down
and the
and
center
9.
has to be one of the best relationships on the field. The relationship between the quarterback and the center has to know where his quarterback is at, and he has to snap that ball comfortably and then protect his quarterback. The snaps that we've seen from the Indians here today have been some very awkward, blooper-worthy snaps.
So with 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, we have a timeout by the North Hills Indians.
Timeout.
So
North Hills.
we are going to continue, but we're going to look at the player of the game. So Leon the Hammer Rockymore, since you are guest hosting tonight, who would you pick as your, unless you want me to go first. I can go first.
You go first. Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to see what you're going to say.
I'm looking at, a host of players that have contributed, but I like the play tonight of Tariq Scipio. He's done a great job on offense, on defense. Picked off, had an interception, had some great catches, and he represented himself well and his team well tonight. And so I think that I would make that guy our Roxamore Sports TNT player of the game. What do you think about that?
I will have to concur. Scipio has definitely, shown himself worthy of being the player of the game today. He has outperformed a lot of the defenders on the Indian side of the ball, and he has done a great job. But the play of the game, in my opinion, will be the interception.
Absolutely. That was a great play by Armani Bailey and Tariq Scipio on those interceptions. But Armani Bailey, he's a standout guy, of course. We're going to give him honorable mention. Of course, Deontay Williams gets honorable mention. But the player of the game tonight, we're going to go with Tariq Scipio.
Tariq Scipio it is. I agree. 100%.
Carter back deep for the Wolverines.
So great game by that young man.
Authentic like beef.
So the Indians go back and punt, and it looks like he booms the ball as it takes a bounce and goes down into Wolverine territory at about the 29-yard line, as number 27 was too close to the ball for the Wolverines. I'm not sure what that young man was doing, but Dante Dutrail comes from a football family. Looks like he was a little bit close to that ball.
At the 30-yard line.
Closer than I'm sure his coaches would have liked at that time.
Yeah. This matchup has been a very unique one here today. And with 44 seconds left, up by 27 points. We said only time will tell, and I think it's told us the full story at this particular point.
So this was not the Wolverines' best performance, but it was very gritty. They went on the road. They traveled to a tough place to play, which is up here at Martorelli Stadium. North Hills, part of Pittsburgh, where they play a great brand of football, and they came up here and pretty much dominated the Indians on all night long.
Yeah, well, me, in my opinion, I would like to say I think this is probably one of their better performances from what I've seen, Craig. You know, I kind of like what they did today. I like how they got right on top of it. They didn't wait to become a second half team like they were last season. This year, they hopped right on top of them and handled the business very quickly.
Tonight's final score,
so to speak.
Woodland Hills 34, North Hills 7.
So as you said,
they do the COVID wave.
Yes, and that they do the wave at the end of the game and COVID, socially distanced, as they don't want to get too close to each other. But that would be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Wolverines, the final score, Woodland Hills 34, the North Hills Indians 7. As we look at the performance here, any final thoughts, sir?
Right now, I'd like to say that it was a great job by the Woodland Hills Wolverines side of the field, both offense and defense, under the leadership of Coach Tim and the whole entire athletic department under the leadership of Mr. Ron Corsi. As you can see, who is down there on the field, they are doing a great job. They are gelling together this year. They are showing great chemistry. And just hoping that as we continue to broadcast these games, we'll see victories like this one here. So we are looking forward. Pittsburgh Public Schools finally starts their sports next week. We'll see what they'll have planned on their schedule and their agenda, but I know they are planning to intersect with some of the Whitfield schools, which is a new thing because of COVID.
So tonight we have the Woodland Hills Wolverines beating the North Hills Indians 34-7. And coming up next week, make sure to tune in for another 5A WPIL matchup live on Roxamore Sports against Woodland Hills versus Penn Trafford, and that'll be at Penn Trafford starting at 7 p.m. My name is Craig Thomas, along with my co-host, Leon the Hammer Rockymore. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us on Roxamore Sports. Have a great night. Stay safe. From our team to yours, good night and thank you.